What do you do when somebody's going over a cliff? What do you do when you know there's fog and there's cars piled up? You get out of your car, do you tell people, hey, don't go that way? Do you tell people, hey, there's a drop off here and you're going to hurt yourself or ruin things? Oh, that thing's on fire. You shouldn't probably go in there. You ever think that you would stop somebody from hurting themselves or dying? Let's talk about that. Oh, 5 Minutes with Frankie song. Insert here. And it's not here yet. So there you go. Okay. Let's talk about that. To chucketh abouteth the Lordeth. Yes. Yeah. Good morning, beautiful people. It is Thursday. Do you know what tonight is? Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. here at Grace Community Church, The Well. The Well is a really cool group that we just get together and sing about God and encourage one another. Any church, any congregation, actually anybody can come and sing with us and sit and just tell stories about God and how cool He is and how wonderful He does things. So if you'd like to come, no matter what church you belong to, no matter where you're at in your life, you can just come and we'll sing together. There's no hey, come to my church, or hey, come to this church. It's just Christians getting together and worshiping God. There's no pretense, there's nothing except singing to Jesus. Okay? Just one type. So, if something was going to happen to somebody, and say there's spikes, and people are backing up, away from you, and they're going to go into the spikes, you're not going to sit there and go, oh, let them back up, let them get hurt, let them bleed themselves to death. No, you're going to warn them. You're going to warn there's spikes behind. Turn around. Look, turn. Now, that's not judging, right? I mean, if you're saving somebody from hurting themselves, if you're saving somebody from damaging their body or damaging their reputation or things like that, you would warn them to stop. Don't do that. So when we tell people about Jesus, when we tell people about, hey, you're on your way to hell, hey, you're on your way to this, you're on your way to that, that's not judging. That's just telling them, hey, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to make a fool of yourself. You're going to bring a lot of pain in your life. And then they have pain and you're like, I told you. Actually, you could say God told you. It's interesting to me, Proverbs 24:11. It even gives us a command in Proverbs 24:11 to Christians. Ready? Rescue those who are being taken away to death. Hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. Literally, people are heading for pain and hurt and everything. God is a loving God, and He loves us to warn us, hey, don't do that. It's going to hurt. Hey, don't do that. But then He gives us choice to say, okay, I'm going to do that, and we get hurt, and then we blame God. It blows my mind. God has given us everything, all the warnings, all the stop signs, all the roadblocks, but we just keep going around them. We're like, oh, God, He's a judging God. He's an angry God. He doesn't love us. He blah, 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 blah. Insert whatever you want. But He does love us. He's warning us, don't do that. That's like a parent telling a kid, don't do that. I mean, God is our Father, and we are His children. And so, mom and dad will say, hey, don't put your hand on the stove. And the kid's like, you said don't, so I'm going to do it anyway. And they get hurt, and then they blame mom and dad. Or they come crying to mom and dad. We're like, we told you not to put your hand on the stove. You're going to get burnt. It just doesn't make sense to me that God warns us and loves us and gives us every known possible way to get out of trouble, and yet we get ourselves in trouble. And it even gives us a command as Christians in the Bible to rescue those who are being taken away to death, hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. He gives us a squirt bottle. Stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. But then He gives us hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of do's. Do love your neighbor. do love God. Do go help the poor. Go do this. Go do that. And if we did what God told us to do and not do what God told us not to do, this world would be a huge, huge, happy place. But no, we think we know better. Just think if we could feed all the poor and clothe all the naked and help all the people in jail and help all the people in nursing homes and pray for those people and bring about change and help our neighbor and love our enemies. Just the world would be such a better place. Yet we think we could do it ourselves. So my challenge for you today is help people not get in trouble, but make sure you love them as you do it. Love you. Jesus loves you too. You have a great day. What is today again?
Thursday.
See you tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Love you, bye.